Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So Euro USD target was very, very closely hit yesterday, and that was this 0.96694 area. We're still pretty much going sideways, and I think this range bar off some structure, and the structure that we're talking about is the 0.96988 area. That is still very much in play. So there's confusion here. We are just below 1, and I think it's going to continue until we get a clear break of 1. So we're going to continue not knowing what to do and go backwards and forwards until some catalyst drives us in a direction. So we had this big gap down, and we're sort of looking for a retest. We didn't get the retest. It plummeted straight through the different levels. And you can see that was the level, the target that I gave you. I didn't quite get there. And we then been bounced back up with a lot of backwards and forth. For me, this is still very much a sit on hands. There's no clear direction. We are technically in a downtrend. So there are two things that you need to pay attention to. First one is the high of today currently, which is at 997.717. And then I just want to fine tune this level here, because if you look to the left, you can see there's a cluster of support there. There's some resistance. There's a bit more support there. So this is the area to pay attention to. We do have this bit of a gap. So you could also just put that level in there. Okay. So pay attention to 099443 and 099361. Possibly another attempt at this area here at 099717. If you get above that, find support here, you're going to hit the trend line. You should reject the trend line, come back for support again. This is still sit on hands for me. I'm really not interested in this at the moment. Too volatile, too much going on around this one level. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, pretty much top of range at the moment. There's the range. There's the bottom of the range, and as I said yesterday, probably looking to pull back onto structure. We missed the structure. You can see it just got there. So we're on the hour now. Just have a look at the 8 hour. Sorry, you can see not much going on the hour. On the 8 hour, we've got oscillators group to the upside, massive pin bar. As I said yesterday, we're looking for a deeper pullback here on the 8 hour. We're looking for something down to this area here, 193360. Too many gaps up at the moment. So you can see we've got all the way down here. We've got a small little gap here. We've got this big gap. We've got this gap, and then we've got another gap for this week. So way too many gaps for my liking. And if we look at the hour, you'll see pretty much ranging. If we start dropping below 142.37, then you're looking to sort of start testing these tails and closing these gaps. And alternatively, if you do break above 146.86, then you're probably going to find some kind of an exhaustion move up to some structure. And I honestly don't think there is anything close by. And we're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I don't see anything close by. I just go to the weekly. You'll see, there we go. What this is from 1998. So there's nothing really to the left that's going to hold us up at the moment. So personally, I want to see a pullback, and then I want to see some structure. And even on the weekly, we're looking a little bit overbought. Well, very tired, should I say. So that's also a sit on hands for me. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen, top of range now. I would probably expect some kind of a rejection here, move back down to the bottom of the range. And as I said yesterday, watch out for the bottom. I wouldn't want to be short, and that's exactly what transpires. And this is a pair which I'm also a little bit skeptical of and very wary. So at the moment, if we look at the hour, we had the move down. We had a pin bar here on structure. Didn't quite get moving. You were looking for a confirmation bar. We did get a move above it. You can see there's sort of a break above there. So problem with that, if you'd taken that, you would have been stopped out with this area. And that's because you're doing it before the market opened. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the market open bar there. Pin bar, engulfing bar, perfect structure, entry above the bar, stop below the bottom of the bar, pretty big entry, that's 539 points, but bottom of range, you're looking for top of range, is 1,400 point gain. So for me, what you're looking for is at least this gap close today. We can get the gap close, and a little bit further down is sort of halfway through the range in this area. If we can find support in this area, 161,927 and 162,200, then I'm looking for another move up. We have technically got an hour close above this area here. We haven't quite got it above that previous high. We're just on that previous high. So logic means pull back, find support down here. Then I'm looking for a retest of this area at 162,846. Probably take some off the table, leave a little bit on for a move to 163,262. That's definitely looking like an opportunity, looking like a bit of a range break. So I'd prefer to be down here. If we just get in lower down, 161,927. If we start dropping below this area, then it's all bets are off. Then we'll wait for another move to the downside. But at the moment, that's what it's looking like. A little bit of a move to the top, test the top of the range again. Lastly, Euro, British Pound, bit of a double top here. And want to get the double top. There's your double top there. Okay, so we're looking for a move down at the moment, and I'll give you the structure that we need to pay attention to. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so you can see it lines up with this. Look to the left, lots of support here. So that's what we're looking at. Have a look at the oscillators on the 8 hour. They're starting to separate quite far apart at the moment. So I'd be paying attention to quite a few things, because this could also turn out to be a wedge rather than a double top. So double top structure, I'm looking for a pullback up to this area at 0.86124. Pay attention to these lows of yesterday, because that could also impact where price goes to. So anywhere between 0.86184 and 0.86124, you get a retest of that. I do that on the 15 minutes as well. It should stay in this downward trend line. And then what I'm looking for is a move down, firstly to 0.85854, take some off the table there, and then I'm looking to fine tune this for the double top target, which will be down here at 0.85494. So that's looking pretty interesting. This is going to be a short scalp down onto structure, and then you probably find building a base ready for another move to the upside. But often when you see a double top, and you can see diversions on this double top, I don't know if you see that on the 8 hour, ever so slightly, not that much. But anyway, whenever you see a double top like this, the possibility of it being an actual top is sort of 50%. So you always want to trade them, because sometimes they can be pretty explosive to the downside, and there are magnets to the downside as well. And you also have a bigger trend line down here. So this target area could bounce back, then move it and keep moving, come close a gap, find support here, and then move to the upside. So that's kind of the view that I've got at this moment. This is definitely looking like some sort of a top. And you can see on the weekly we're on the 155 EMA here, and you can see, look to the left, lots of chaos here. So that makes the most sense at the moment. Anyway, that's kind of me for today. Hope that helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.